For countless generations, sheep have been relegated to the role of mere symbols of docility. And we've counted them in our dreams, sheared them for warmth, even used them as a metaphor for a lack of intelligence. Popular imagery paints them as gregarious creatures, blindly following the leader. Devoid of the capacity for individual thought or complex problem-solving, children's stories and fables often depict them as simple-minded and easily deceived, perpetuating a simplistic and frankly unfair perception of their mental capacity. This superficial view has taken deep root in our collective consciousness, influenced by centuries of interaction with them. Primarily focused on their value as a source of food and fiber, our utilitarian relationship with these animals has tended to eclipse any deep consideration of their inner lives and cognitive abilities. But what if I told you that this simplistic perception is a monumental injustice? What cognitive secrets lie hidden beneath that thick layer of wool? What emotional and intellectual complexities lie unexplored in those seemingly tranquil eyes? Today, we embark on a fascinating journey to unearth the truth about the ovine mind, revealing a surprising intelligence that will make you see these animals with completely new eyes. We will leave behind the superficial assumptions to delve into the rich and often overlooked cognitive world of sheep. Prepare to be amazed, because what we are about to discover will challenge every one of your preconceptions and force you to reconsider your understanding of intelligence in the animal kingdom. The capacity for facial recognition in sheep is not merely a biological curiosity. It is a sophisticated social tool, a testament to the intricate web of relationships they weave within their communities. Rigorous studies, employing advanced scientific methodologies, demonstrated that they can memorize and recognize the faces of dozens of individuals, both of their own species and of the humans who interact with them. This ability goes far beyond simple visual identification. It involves complex neurological processing that allows them to encode, store, and retrieve detailed information about facial features. They can remember past experiences associated with those faces, building a history of interactions that influences their future behavior. Do they recall the caregiver who offered them a delicious treat months ago, associating their face with a positive experience? Or the dominant sheep that stole their preferred spot at the feeding trough last winter, etching that face into their memory as a sign of caution? Science suggests that they do. They can even discriminate between different facial expressions, interpreting subtle emotional cues such as happiness, anger, or fear in the faces of other flock members and humans. This robust facial memory plays a crucial role in the cohesion of the flock, allowing them to identify their relatives, establish complex social hierarchies, and navigate the intricate dynamics of their community. Far from being woolly automatons, devoid of a rich and varied inner life, sheep possess a profound emotional complexity. Pioneering research employing detailed behavioral observation and the measurement of physiological indicators has revealed that they experience a wide range of feelings, from the palpable fear in the presence of a predator to the subtle joy manifested upon reuniting with their offspring after separation. But perhaps most surprising is their capacity for empathy, the ability to understand and share the feelings of others. It has been documented how sheep react to the stress of their flockmates, displaying signs of vicarious distress, such as increased heart rate and alarm vocalizations, even when they themselves are not directly threatened. The connection between a mother and her lamb is particularly deep and undeniable. Based on an intricate system of individual vocal recognition and an evident anguish upon separation, manifested through plaintive bleating and an active search for their young. This emotional sophistication underscores the complexity of their social bonds and their ability to comprehend and respond to the emotional states of other members of their community. Ovine intelligence extends far beyond simple recognition and emotional response. It also encompasses the ability to learn actively and to apply that learning to solve problems. When presented with a novel challenge, they demonstrate a remarkable capacity to explore their environment, try different strategies, and remember successful solutions for future occasions. Mazes, often used as intelligence tests in various animal species, are no longer an insurmountable obstacle for sheep. Studies have shown that they can learn to navigate intricate mazes with multiple paths and rewards, remembering efficient routes and avoiding dead ends. Furthermore, their ability to learn to use simple tools or operate complex mechanisms to obtain rewards, such as pulling a rope to release food or pressing a lever in a specific sequence to access a prize, has been observed. This capacity for manipulation and understanding of cause and effect directly challenges the notion of limited intelligence. What is even more fascinating is their capacity for social learning. They can acquire new tasks and behaviors simply by observing other sheep successfully perform the action, an ability that suggests a rudimentary form of cultural transmission within the flock, where knowledge is shared and learned through imitation. Their long-term memory for learned solutions is also impressive, implying a far more sophisticated cognitive architecture than traditionally believed. They can recall solutions to complex problems for surprisingly long periods, suggesting a retention capacity that rivals that of many other species, considered more intelligent. Venturing into a territory of research still in its early stages, but with profound implications for our understanding of animal cognition, emerges the intriguing question of self-awareness in sheep. While the evidence is still accumulating and requires further scientific exploration, some preliminary studies employing the mirror test, a classic paradigm for assessing self-recognition in animals, have yielded surprising and thought-provoking results. In these experiments, some sheep have demonstrated the ability to recognize their own reflected image. These behaviors include investigating marks placed on their bodies that are only visible through the mirror and engaging in self-directed behaviors in front of the mirror, such as grooming or exploring parts of their bodies they cannot normally see directly. This type of self-directed behavior is considered a potential, although not definitive, indicator of a rudimentary form of self-awareness. The capacity to recognize oneself as a distinct individual within the environment. The implication that these animals, often regarded as simple beings without deep introspection, possess a consciousness of their own existence, opens profound questions about the complexity of mental life throughout the animal kingdom, and challenges us to reconsider the criteria we use to define and measure intelligence and consciousness in other species. We have traversed a surprising and revealing path, unearthing the layers of prejudice and simplistic assumptions that have obscured the cognitive brilliance of sheep for so long. We can no longer afford to view them merely as passive resources devoid of a rich and complex inner life. We must recognize them as individuals with intricate emotional and intellectual lives capable of sophisticated learning, robust memory, and a far deeper social understanding than we ever imagined. Their capacity for detailed facial recognition, their silent empathy towards their conspecifics, their ability to learn actively and solve novel problems, and even the intriguing possibility of a rudimentary form of self-awareness, compel us to fundamentally reevaluate our relationship with these animals and to reconsider the vast and often overlooked diversity of intelligence that flourishes throughout the animal kingdom, often in the most unexpected places and in the creatures we least suspect. Has your perception of sheep undergone a radical transformation throughout this journey of discovery? We sincerely hope so. The truth about animal intelligence often remains hidden beneath layers of ignorance, prejudice, and ingrained anthropocentrism. If this video has opened your eyes to the fascinating complexity of the ovine mind, challenging any preconceived notions you may have once held, we invite you to join this important revolution of perception. Share this video with your friends, family, and anyone who may still view sheep as mere woolly followers, lacking the cognitive sophistication we have explored today. Together, let us challenge simplistic narratives and celebrate the astonishing diversity of intelligence that manifests in every corner of the animal kingdom, from the smallest creatures to the most majestic. Leave your comments below. What other animals do you believe deserve a revaluation of their intelligence, whose cognitive abilities have been underestimated or misinterpreted? What other ingrained animal myths would you like us to debunk in future videos? And, most importantly, subscribe to our channel so you do and miss future explorations of the secret minds and amazing abilities that inhabit our planet. Your continued support allows us to continue unearthing these hidden truths, challenging assumptions, and shedding light on the fascinating complexity of animal life. Thank you for being part of this exciting adventure of discovery and for opening your mind to the wonders of the animal kingdom.